guys, welcome back. So in today's video we are going to be reacting to another song by Miss Christina Aguilera, and it's also another Spanish song. If you haven't seen my reaction to Contigo en la Distancia, I go into great detail about my love for that album and how I came to own it, and I just talk about my love for Christina and that album in general. If you are curious, I will put the card up here if you wish to go watch that reaction and listen to my little story. But this video, we are going to be reacting to Christina. This seems to be fairly recent. She is singing Pero me acuerdo de ti at something called Big Concert for Small Business. I think I've seen a performance of her singing this song live. I think it was at like the Latin Grammys or something, but she doesn't, to my knowledge anyway, I don't think she really performs this song all that much live. So we're going to get into it because I'm really excited. I'm curious if she can still hit that whistle note there at the very end of the song. And we're just going to jump into it right now. Oh, it's stripped down. Oh, this is so pretty.
Ahora ya puedo decir que me encuentro de pie. Ahora que me va muy bien. Ahora que con el tiempo logré superar aquel amor que por poco me llega a matar. Ahora ya no hay más dolor.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Ahora fin vuelvo a ser yo. Y otra vez pierdo la calma.
Pretty.
Y mi mundo se hace trizas. Ahora que mi futuro comienza a brillar. Ahora que me han devuelto la seguridad. Ahora ya no hay más dolor. Ahora fin vuelvo a ser yo.
Girlfriend.
Y otra vez pierdo la calma. Pero me acuerdo de ti y se me desgarra el alma. Pero me acuerdo de ti y se borra mi sonrisa. Pero me acuerdo de ti y mi mundo se hace trizas.
Oh, she cut it short. So she didn't hit the full whistle like she does in the actual song, but she did hit a really pretty falsetto note there at the very end, so I'm not disappointed. Oh, I'm feeding the baby, by the way, if you're curious what this is. But, oh, that was so pretty. I like how she changed it up a bit. I was like anticipating certain riffs and little thingies that she normally would do, but she didn't do them. But that's totally okay, because this was still really, really good. And I'm not sure what it is she's wearing. I thought she was wearing like a race car driving suit for some reason. But I don't think that's what she's wearing. Anyway, I'm going off on something completely irrelevant. I'm thinking the performance I saw of her was either in Acapulco or in South America somewhere. She was wearing like a... Her hair was really, really long, and she was wearing this like little black romper thing If I can find a picture, I'll put it right here of what she was wearing. And it was during that tour that I've seen a performance of her singing this song. And I think there was a award show that she sang it to. I'm thinking it was the Latin Grammys, but I hadn't seen this one. This was like pretty much brand new. I just found it while I was scrolling around looking for Christina Aguilera stuff to add to my playlist of things to react to. So I really liked this one. And I think her voice is better. Like I watched a bunch of reactions to her video for Mis Muchachas, and there was someone, I can't remember who it was because I watched them like 5 or 6 reactions back to back. I can't remember who said it. If I find who said it, I'll put their YouTube channel right here, and I'll put their video down in the description so you can go support them and check them out as well. But they said that her voice sounds fuller, and I completely agree. I think her voice now sounds more full, more rounded out, and I don't know if that's just because she's older and I don't think she's lost any range per se, but she stays more in her mid and lower tones, and she goes up in her high register from time to time. But you know, a lot of her older songs were kind of higher, or she had some high riffs that she would do, but she doesn't really go there that much anymore. She stays pretty much in her mid range. Of course she belts, but I mean like her falsetto is what I'm talking about. I don't think she really goes up in her falsetto all that much, but I agree that I think her voice sounds better as she's gotten older. I don't know if it's a different technique that she's doing to sing, or if she's just staying in a more comfortable range. I really don't know, but her voice does sound better. It sounds fuller, and the phrase I like to use is it sounds more round. I don't know how to explain what that means, but that's just the phrasing I use. Her voice sounds a little more rounded. Anyway, but yeah, this did not disappoint, and I was trying real hard not to sing along the entire time. That was my favorite song on the Mi Reflejo album, and I'm glad that it had a music video. That music video was so beautiful. But I do wish that Si No Te Hubiera Conocido would have been a single. I had this like whole video in my head every time I heard that song. Like her and Luis Fonsi are like, they're in love, and I just had this whole scenario playing out in my head, and I was like, why is this not a single? Is that sad that I was like, I'm bitter a little bit that was never a single? It should have been a single. It was really good. And it was a duet. Maybe it wasn't a single because she did have that duet with Ricky Martin, Nobody Wants to Be Lonely, which was and still is one of my jams. I love that song so much. It's so pretty. But I'm going off topic. I just need to end this video here. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things and again go on rants about things that are sort of related but not really, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!